Let's go for a ride in the rare new construction area of Irvine, California called Portola Springs.
So here we are, another sunny day in California, and basically we're out on Portola Parkway, which is kind of runs parallel to the 5 freeway sort of, and it's kind of in by about a couple miles. So we're inland Irvine for sure. We're actually kind of getting close to very much unimproved land like the Cleveland National Forest. So it's a very different vibe than, let's say, west of the 405 in Irvine for sure.
Yeah, and the reason that you are probably wanting to watch this is because this is one of the last remaining areas where you can get new construction in Orange County. New construction is very rare for Orange County, for Southern California.
Springs.
Yeah, Portola Springs. Here we are. This is why you've clicked on the video, unless you clicked by mistake, which means you're probably already gone.
But stay on, because we need the analytics to help us out here.
So yes, we're going to show you Portola Springs. Actually, Sean just closed a place in here, and it's very popular, got great amenities, and again, it's one of the only places where you can get new construction in Orange County.
Yeah, so we're gonna be heading in, so we're going even further inland because we're making a left here, but basically just to kind of give you a sense of what Portola Springs has to offer, because it's nice and new, right? So and again, there's stuff that's being built currently to this day, and because we're actually east of the Portola Parkway, this is actually where we're past the flatlands. We're in a situation where you're dealing with more, hilly terrain, where the houses don't feel they're so packed together. I mean, some people might think that you're talking crazy. It's still really packed together. That's true, but in Irvine, this is actually really good. And what we have here is that because it's a little bit more hilly, you have opportunities for views potentially, and those view homes certainly come at a price. We're not actually in the view part yet. This is still semi-hilly, but it starts to get hilly pretty quickly.
Yeah, and you may be thinking, how are you not packed in? Well, these homes have smaller lots. That's just the nature of new construction. Anywhere in the entire country, go anywhere in the entire country, if there's new construction, the lots are going to be smaller. That's just the way it is. So
yeah, what I will say here is that it doesn't feel like it's as much of the 3-story home. I know that that's been a thing. So this is one of several parks in Portola Springs. So Portola Springs is a village in Irvine, one of dozens of villages in Irvine, and it has, what that means is it's like a sub-community within Irvine itself. So Irvine is the city, has dozens of these, what they call villages, and these villages each have their own sets of amenities for those residents and their guests, right? So you have pools, spas, tennis courts, potentially pickleball courts, just a ton. You can see the tennis courts over there, parks over here. Again, this is tons like that. That was park. That was Lomas Valley Park, and then this is Ridgeview Park. Yeah. So like you're catty corner to each other. You got parks. This is Irvine
to a T.
To a T, yeah. This is what Irvine aspires to be. So before we continue, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Sean Dazad.
And I'm Courtney Dazad.
And if you're watching this video, you might be thinking, wow, Sean, I love Orange County. I love the blue skies. I love the Pacific Ocean. I can't wait to move in here now. The problem is I'm not local. I may be out of state. I may be even out of the country, so I don't know what to do. I totally get that. That's when you reach out to us so we can have the conversation, being your boots on the ground, finding out specifically what you're looking for, and actually giving you virtual tours of the homes, as well as the neighborhoods that might be of interest to you. So when you do come out here, your time is spent super efficiently. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country. Yeah, and the amenities here are awesome. They got some awesome pools.
Like 15 pools or something like that?
Yeah, lighted tennis courts. I mean, when you get the newer developments, the bigger ones, right, you tend to have really nice amenities. I mean, that's one of the reasons people like them, so.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so again, a lot of this is more like your 2-story flavor. Because actually other new construction these days is a lot of it's 3, and it goes vertical very quickly. And
yeah, 3 stories.
Yeah, and so people have so not only is it 3 stories, because you have your garage on your first floor, your main living areas on the middle floor, and then your sleeping areas on the top floor. For some people, that's a little much, because that's a workout.
Yeah.
And also, remember, because the new construction stuff, everyone wants a high ceilings on every floor. So that means you're even having more stairs than you had before. So you're just kind of dealing with, again, if you like Stairmaster workout, you are set in some of these new construction properties. But again, Portola Springs, not as bad, for instance, as far as that goes.
I like Stairmaster workouts.
Yeah, you know what? There's that.
And we are close to the Great Park, if you're wondering where we are, but we're more east. We're more east in the Great Park. The Great Park, I'm pretty sure it's in its final stage, right, of construction.
They're almost done.
So they're almost totally done.
And by the time you see this video, whenever you do, maybe it is done by then, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you could be watching this video 6 months from now, and I mean, I don't know.
Into the future.
Into the future. I don't know how long it takes them to build a phase. I mean, I guess it just depends on a lot of different stuff. Now, one of the drawbacks of being on the eastern edge of Irvine is that you are abutting the Cleveland National Forest. And when I say that, I use that in quotation marks because it is brush. It's basically tumbleweeds. I think it's pretty, but I grew up in Southern California. To me, it's like the California Golden Hills. But, and I know, Sean, you're probably wanting to talk about the elementary school.
I am.
Right here.
Yes, I'm looking. I'm like looking. Yeah. We gotta bring it up.
He's like, he has to interrupt me. Okay, I'll talk about the fire danger in a second. So here's Portola Springs Elementary School. What did you want to say about
Yeah, it's just that, like, because of all this new construction that's happening, you have it's not just the homes that are newly built. It's the roads that are newly built. It's the infrastructure, right? It's the actual schools. These schools are actually really nice because actually it's funny. In a lot of Irvine, the schools are actually kind of old.
A lot of California. That's just how it is.
Except even in Newport Beach, right? Like really expensive area. Yeah. Like you're dealing with just homes, like schools that actually have trailers for additional classrooms.
With asbestos in them. Yeah. I'm not kidding.
But like, what's interesting is that the new schools here are really beautiful. Like they're classic design, like and also the schools are, again, according to niche.com. Well, it might be a little bit of a lag because they're so new that they may not even have a score yet.
I don't think they have a score because even Portola High School, yeah, I don't think it has a score yet. Yeah,
so it's one of those things where you may or may not, have a score, but you can basically. It's pretty safe to assume that it's going to be pretty good.
Well, the Irvine Unified School District is famous, right? I mean, niche.com, it ranks it very high in the entire United States. So, that's one of the big reasons people love Irvine. So.
Yeah, and so some of these homes here, as we're seeing, we're getting up more like where these hills are. You can see some of these homes are on the edges. They have, views. They may or may not have views, of course. The ones that do have views are literally $1 million more than the ones that don't. And we're not talking about... It's kind of funny when you kind of go, wow, like $1 million more for a view, seemingly.
And this is Irvine.
Yeah, I mean, because you're like, it's not like not like panoramic ocean view.
Yeah.
And again, I may be exaggerating a little bit, so I know someone's gonna say, no, it's not $1 million, it's $500,000. That's still a lot of a premium for a view that I'm like, okay, it's nice. I mean, it's nicer than having just neighbors that you're staring at, but still, it seems like it's excessive.
Well, Sean's all about value, but...
Yeah, and again, I get the value. If you're talking about like panoramic ocean views, I get that. I just, some of these other views I'm going, it's fine. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm not, but it's not, again, there's a price, right? There's a certain number that makes sense, and sometimes these numbers don't.
Yeah. So then do you want to talk about the fire danger? So that when you are sort of abutting the Cleveland National Forest, which isn't really a forest, at least the part that we're close to, I'm pretty sure there are trees as you get farther east. But, then that is where you have, whenever you hear about fires in Orange County, they tend to be in the Cleveland National Forest. So, you have more of a high fire risk here. And if you are concerned about that, you can reach out to us and we can send you the Orange County Fire Authority's fire map, so it gives you like the areas that have higher fire danger. And then do you want to talk about also homeowners insurance and like what that's gonna do?
Yeah, so obviously everyone has their tolerances for natural disasters, right? So again, I can't tell you how you should feel one way or the other. So I do have people that reach out that don't care about the potential elevated fire danger, but other people do care a lot. Having said all that, it's one of those things where you are, you can be dealing with that potential elevated fire danger. With that comes higher homeowners insurance dues, and that could be rather significant. So insurance will be more expensive in the elevated areas, and if that is a concern for you, let us know. We can send you a map from the Orange County Fire Authority telling you what areas of Orange County have elevated fire dangers or not.
And it's trash day, of course. Anytime.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy.
it's trash day, of course, because anytime that we do a tour, it's trash day.
It does feel that way. Yeah, it's...
Even if it's the weekend. It's
really
our
weird. Gift and our curse, apparently. Like, we're giving you the feel of what it's like to live in Irvine, right? So there are trash days.
Which is good. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're kind of giving it to you. So this is on purpose, right? And just so you know, in Irvine, as in like Orange County in general, tons of electric vehicles all over the place. And that partially is because gas is so expensive here. It's so expensive in California as far as gas is concerned. And obviously we're driving an electric vehicle as well, of course.
Yeah. We actually have 3 electric vehicles because you kind of need them.
I mean, I just can't imagine actually going to the gas station these days. Like, again, it is what it is, but it is not cheap.
Well, I mean, I guess the only complaint that I have with an electric vehicle is because our kids do sports, and sometimes if you have to drive far for like a tournament, to me that's annoying in an electric vehicle.
Like far, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
that's
Arizona
pretty fun,
or something like that.
Yeah, if you're having to go far, yeah, that's true.
So you can see in the distance, even though it's a little bit hazy today, you can see the golden hills, right, that I was referring to. This is what I'm talking about when you are abutting the Cleveland National Forest. So that's unimproved land right out there. That's actually the 241. So that is a toll road, and beyond the toll road is the unimproved land. That is the Cleveland National Forest. And again, that you use that in quotation marks, Cleveland National Forest. Because as you get more east, there are trees. So I think that's why they call it that. And of course, every little section has its own name, but I just refer to it as the Cleveland National Forest.
There's a park here, just so you know. I mean, it's a rare sighting of a park in Irvine.
Yeah. And I think there's a pool in that one.
Yeah, it looks
there's
like it,
a pool right over there, too. Yeah, so.
Yeah, lots of pools, again, new construction, which, again, we know that people love. Trash truck. You know, we know people love that, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some of these homes will have views, and again, there will be certainly a lot premium.
Like, does that one up there?
It looks like it, yeah.
Probably. Oh, and that looks like they'll probably build a few over there that have views.
Yeah.
So those look like view homes. Although it's getting close to the end of the day, so the sun, you probably can't see.
And again, you may feel like this is really stacked together. I won't tell you that you're wrong. I won't argue with you, but this is Irvine.
Well, and this is new construction. New construction anywhere. This is what it looks like. My sister's in Dallas. And the new construction near her home, I'm like, why is it so stacked together?
Yeah, it's like you have land. Yeah. Like you're Texas. Like that's one thing you have plenty of. And yeah, it is fascinating how much they just pack as many people in as possible. I get coastal California because land is truly at a premium, and there's only so much of coastal California that's out there. And I just like probably hit this way, and then
so you can see some homes in the front that they're in the process of building. Can you go that way? I don't think you can. We're back in the same spot.
No, it seems like it kind of loops.
Oh yeah, it does.
So yeah, so these homes will have views.
Yeah, so these homes are view homes. Oh, and that one actually has a little bit of a bigger lot.
Well, I don't know if that's like association.
That might be association. I'm surprised they didn't try to like get a little house in there.
I know, seriously. Like, we can do it. We can do it.
Is somebody moving in?
Or moving out. Yeah, so like to this day, they're still building, right? Like, so it's right here. And then obviously this is new construction, and these builders would love for you to just go directly to them because, you know, it saves them on their marketing budget. However, it is a marketing budget they have set aside to actually potentially pay for real estate agent commissions. Now, everything is different as far as what builders pay, as far as buyers agents commission, but it is, even if you don't work with us, I would certainly recommend working with a realtor, just someone that has your back, that's kind of looking over the contract, like any sort of purchase agreement, because it is a different purchase agreement than that of your typical real estate purchase agreement, as well as just making sure the builder's delivering on timelines, making sure they're delivering on the upgrades that you paid for. And even with new construction, a lot of times it's recommended to do a home inspection, even if you think that, okay, it's new construction, it's brand new, what do I have to worry about? Sometimes, sometimes this stuff is not all worked out yet. I remember talking to a home inspector, and I was selling a property that was 2 years old. And he's like, this is the sweet spot for age, because by 2 years, all the little kinks have been worked out as far as, like any sort of broken roof tiles, any sort of leaking pipes, whether or not the pipes are all properly connected. You'll kind of figure that out obviously in the first 2 years. But having a home inspector go through the property, making sure that everything is functioning as promised, is a really good idea. Because again, it's not like the builders intentionally skimped on anything. Just things happen. I mean, that's the case. And so it is good to have a realtor on your side looking out for your best interest, because at the end of the day, I work for you. And yeah, again, more parks.
Yeah, so there's a ton of soccer fields out here and a baseball field. So this right here is the Portola Springs Community Center, and I have some B-roll of this, so I'll just show that to you. Yeah,
and so again, because you're on a hill, it doesn't feel as packed. If you think this is packed, yeah, so it's way more packed in, let's say, your Woodbridge, like your more flat areas, because those builders do a really good job of packing you in like sardines. And remember, we are licensed realtors here in the state of California. So as much as we love making these videos, what we love more is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy, sell a home, what you can do is to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country.